You have to see how juicy and soft this pastry is. Let me show you now. It's so soft I can barely get it out of the pan. Look! Look at that beauty. I start the preparation by taking a small bowl and crumbling 30 grams of fresh yeast or adding 8 grams of dry yeast. I add 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and I pour 200 milliliters of warm milk over everything. I mix it well and let it rest for about 10 minutes to activate the yeast. When the yeast is activated, look how it appears. It doesn't have to be this much, it can be less. I put 800 grams of all-purpose flour into the mixing bowl and add 1 tablespoon of salt. And now I mix all that a little. Here I add 250 milliliters of water. It shouldn't be too cold. Then activated yeast, 1 whole egg, and 50 milliliters of oil. Now I'll first mix everything lightly, and then I'll knead the dough later. You can do all of this from the start by hand if that's easier for you. Now, when almost everything is combined, but it's still sticky, you pour about 20 to 30 milliliters of oil over it. Then dip your hand a little in that oil. Turn everything over and continue kneading. Very quickly, it will all combine nicely. Now, when the dough starts to stick to your hands again, stop kneading. Turn it over, smooth it a bit. Cover it with a cloth and let it rest for 60 minutes. Before I continue working with the dough, I'll make the filling. 500 grams of any fresh cheese, if it's not salty, be sure to add salt. And I add 2 whole eggs to that. These are larger eggs, so I'm adding 2. If they're smaller, feel free to add 3. And now I'll mix everything together. That's it for the filling. Now, when our dough has risen nicely like this, we sprinkle the work surface. Then take the dough out. And here we just knead it lightly again. Don't knead too much so it doesn't become tough and chewy again. If that does happen to you, just let it rest a little and it will relax. I immediately roll the dough out into a rectangle. When I roll the dough out like this, I place the filling on top. I put the filling everywhere, little by little, but I don't put it on this top edge because I need the dough to seal together later. And if there's filling there, it won't seal well. Now I take 125 grams of margarine or butter, whatever you have, and grate it over the top. I recommend using cold margarine or butter. Mine was kept at room temperature, so it's a bit harder to grate. No problem, the process just takes a bit longer. When I finish that, I roll everything up into a log. We will have cheese filling left. And this butter will melt during baking, which will further soften this dough. Here we neatly make our roll. Now you cut it into 2 to 3 centimeter thick pieces. To continue, we take a large oven pan, but this time we need a deeper one. And we grease it well with oil. You can use any other type of fat as well. We grease everything nicely all around, and then we take one piece at a time. We can start from the beginning and arrange them. There's a lot of filling here, so getting a little messy is okay. It's not a problem. Leave a little space between them like this because all of this will rise further. So it has room to puff up nicely. When I arrange them all in the pan, I let them rise for 30 minutes. While I wait for the pastries to rise, I prepare the glaze. Don't wash this bowl that had the filling in it. Save it so you don't dirty more dishes. And now I add 2 whole eggs. I'll mix them a little. I add 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt, about 1 or 2 pinches. And now I'll pour in 200 milliliters of yogurt here. I mix until everything is well combined. And that's it, the glaze is ready. When they have risen nicely like this, look. We brush them generously with this glaze. You could say we're drenching them. I deliberately don't pour from the top to distribute this glaze evenly everywhere. And now that I've brushed everything generously like this, I go around for another round, fixing any spots I missed, since they really need to be soaked like this. When I finish this, I turn the oven onto 200 degrees Celsius to preheat. Then I take them to bake. Baked. The baking time is between 30 and 35 minutes, depending on how done you like them. Now I'll let them cool down a bit, then I'll serve them. Once you make this pastry, you'll realize how juicy and soft it actually is. And now I'll show you. Look. Look at that beauty. It smells wonderful.